Hello, good morning students. Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the lecture number 2, second chapter, lecture number 2, the acid, base and salt. Chapter is acid, base and salt. The heading is properties of solid. Properties of solid. So what are the properties of solid? So what are the properties? Properties like the physical properties, chemical properties we are discussing here. Chemical properties of the acids. So first one, that there are 8 properties are there. 8 properties. The acid have a 8 properties. We will discuss one by one. Acid have a sour taste. In the last class only, in the last class, lecture number 1, we are explained that how acid have a sour taste. Acid we have to determine with a sour taste. So it means the whatever the in our around us, whatever the things are available, foodstuffs are available like lemon, vinegar, pickle. So these are the sour taste. So sour taste means they contain acidic content. Acidic contents are exist in the sour taste foodstuffs. Ratios. Second one, acid turns blue litmus to red. So some acids are there. You have to easily identify with their sour taste. But some harmful acids are there. The harmful acids like HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. We can't able to taste these acids because these are so harmful. Once we taste means that acids are destroy our cells. So that's why we can't able to taste some harmful acids. Right. So some harmful acid purpose, how to we determine acid? We have to determine by their color. The acid solution in which we are dip the blue litmus paper. When we dip the blue litmus paper, it turns into red. This one also we are discussed in earlier classes. Previous class we have discussed this one. Right, students? Okay. So acid solution conduct electricity. Acid react with metal to form hydrogen gas. Acid react with metal carbonate to form carbon dioxide. Acid react with base to form salt and water. Acid react with metal oxide to form salt and water. Acid is corrosive in nature. So these are the property. Right. First and second we are already discussed in the lecture number 1. From third property to 8th property. From third to 8th property we will discuss in today topics. Restaurants. So let's move on the first topic, third one, acid solution and conduct electricity. You look at it, students. Acid solution conduct electricity. Why acid conduct electricity? Because acid solution conduct electricity due to ions. Due to the ions. What type of ions? What type of ions? The ions means the positive ion, and negative ions. So acid substance which conduct electricity because acid contain positive ion and negative ions. Due to the ions it conduct electricity. Right. So last time we have discussed, students, the acid substance which dissociate completely. If it dissociate completely means it produce the ions permanently. If it produce the ions means the ions are conduct electricity. Right, students? Let's see this diagram, friends. I am using here the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid I am using here, hydrochloric acids. So hydrochloric acid solution in which I am using this rubber cork. So this is the rubber cork. This rubber cork we are introduce the two nails, iron, copper, any one nails, right? We are introduce the two nails we are introducing. iron nail, iron nail. That's right, iron nails. And the two iron nails are connected with the switch, and this is the battery, and this is the bulb. That's right. So the hydrochloric acid in which we are introduced the rubber cork. The rubber cork are connected with the two iron nails. Iron nails. The iron nails are connected with the wires, and wires are connected with battery and bulb through a switches. So when you switch on, right, then what happens, friends? The battery contains two terminal, negative and positive terminals. Right. So hydrogen ions are moved towards negative terminals. Chloride ions are moved towards positive terminals. That's it. So this is the battery negative terminals means this iron is the negative charge, and this iron is the positive charge. So these ions are moved towards positive, and these are moved towards negative. So when ions are attracted to the opposite iron nail, oppositely charged iron nails, then the bulb are started to be glow. The bulbs are started to glow here. The bulbs are there here, friends. I mentioned here bulb. This bulb are started to glow. Listen, this bulb started to be glow. Bulb is glow here. So the bulb is glowing means it means acid which conduct electricity. The bulb which is this reaction indicate, this experiment indicate that the glowing of bulb indicate that the solution conduct, HCl solution conduct electricity. Right, friends? Understood, friends? If you are using the except of HCl, you are using some other solution. The other solution you are using, the solution which cannot conduct electricity, means the bulb cannot be glow. Bulb is glowing means the bulb glowing indicate that the solution, acidic solution, conduct electricity. Right, friends? So next is the fourth property. Acid react with metal to form hydrogen gas. Acid react with metal to form hydrogen gas. When acid like HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, anyone, right, etc., react with metal, zinc, copper, iron, etc., to form salt and liberate hydrogen gas. Right, friends? Let's see one example here. H2SO4, sulfuric acid, Zn, zinc metal, to form zinc sulfate, and H2 is a hydrogen gas. So in this experiment I will show you in this demonstration. So in this stand, the stand which connected with the one of the long necked jar, this jar in which we are adding the dark shaded area is the zinc metal. Right, friends? In this zinc metal we are adding the liquid H2SO4. H2SO4 we are adding here. Right. When H2SO4s are added to the zinc, the H2SO4 from which hydrogen gas, H2SO4 from which hydrogen gas, this H2 gas liberate here. Look at here, friend. This is H2. This H2 gas liberate from this liquid solution. This H2 gas which is separated from the solution and enter into this delivery tube. Through the delivery tube, it enter into the soap solution, a beaker which containing the soap solution. When hydrogen gas are entered here, H2, when hydrogen gas are entered here and insert into the soap solution, the hydrogen gas surface covered with the soap solution. Hydrogen gas surface covered with soap solution, right? And hydrogen gas is so lighter than water. Hydrogen gas so lighter than water, so that's why they are came out from the solution. So this surface covered with the water molecules. This surface covered with the soap solution. This surface covered with soap solution. Right. So the soap solution bubbles are visible here. Soap solution bubbles. Actually, that is the hydrogen gas bubbles. So hydrogen gas bubbles are comes here. When hydrogen gas bubbles are came out from the beaker, then we are introduced the candle. The hydrogen gas we are introduced into candle. When we are introduced the candle flame to this hydrogen gas, the hydrogen gas which gives the pop sound, like it gives the pop sound. Right, students? It gives pop sound. So these pop sounds are indicate that the hydrogen gas are liberate when H2SO4 react with the zinc metal. To liberate hydrogen gas, we are introducing the candle flame to exhibit pop sound. Right, students? So how to write this whole demonstration? Let's see, students. Take few pieces of zinc granules in a boiling tube. This is a boiling tube, and 5 ml of sulfuric acid. 5 ml of sulfuric acid. Right, students? Step 1. Take a few pieces of zinc granules. The shaded portion is a zinc granules in a boiling tube. This is a boiling tube, friends. And add 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid. Formation of hydrogen gas on the surface of zinc granule. When sulfuric acid added to the zinc granules, the hydrogen sulfates are dissociate. Hydrogen sulfate are, that is sulfuric acids in which hydrogen and sulfate both are dissociate. Hydrogen gas separate and enter into this delivery tube H2 here, and it covered and enter into the soap solution, which is inserted into soap solution. After inserting into soap solution, which is covered with the soap particle, if it covered with the soap particle, after covering soap particles, it is easily visible to our naked eyes. Hydrogen gas visible to our naked eyes in terms of soap solutions. Then this soap solution we are introduce the candle flame, then it gives pop sound. The formation of hydrogen gas on the surface of zinc granule. The hydrogen gases are formed here. This is a hydrogen gas. Right, students? Step 3. Hydrogen gas enter into soap solution through a delivery tube. Already shown, students. And hydrogen gas, sorry, this is not this one. Hydrogen gas came out from the soap solution. First, hydrogen gas inserted into the soap solution. Afterwards, due to the lighter, hydrogen gas is so lighter, that's why they came out from the soap solution. When they came out from the soap solution, we are introducing candle flame introduced to the hydrogen gas gives pop sound. Right, friends? So this experiment shows that the hydrogen gas evolve means releasing when H2SO4 react with the zinc granules. Understood, students? Okay. Let's see the next example. Dilute hydrochloric acid react with the zinc metal to form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. Okay, students, zinc, I am using the HCl here. HCl treated with the zinc, and zinc valency 2, chlorine valency 1, hydrogen valency 1. So we have to introduce here 2. So it forms zinc chloride salt plus H2 gas. Zinc chloride, hydrogen gas. Right, students? Zinc metal, this is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid react with the zinc metal to form zinc chloride and liberate hydrogen gas. Understood, students? Understood? So we are we are dipping the acid in a metal we are dipped into acid to form salt and water. But some acids are exist in curd and other sour food stuff such as vinegar, lemon juice, orange juice should not kept into the metal, copper, brass. In our house, whatever sour things are there, sour food stuff like curd, vinegar, lemon juice, orange juice, we cannot kept into copper vessel, we cannot kept into the brass vessel, because sour food stuff contain acid. All the four sour things contain acid which react with metal vessel, copper and brass, to form poisonous metal compound, and when it forms poisonous metal compound which causes food poisoning and damage our health. So when metals are the copper metal, if you are using the copper vessel, in that copper vessel, if you are using the curd, if you are using the sour food stuff contain acid which react with this copper vessel, the food turns into poisonous, and which poisonous, if we eat such type of food, it damages our health. Restaurants, so it is harmful. So that's why the copper vessel in which we cannot be store the sour food stuff or sour food material. Restaurants. Okay, next heading, acid react with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate to form carbon dioxide. So today we are discussing metal carbonate, tomorrow we will discuss this one. So let's discuss metal carbonate. Acid react with metal carbonate. Metal carbonate react with acid to form salt, carbon dioxide and water molecules. Restaurants, sodium carbonate Na2CO3 react with hydrochloric acid HCl to form sodium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. Sodium carbonate react with the HCl to form NaCl plus carbon dioxide plus water. Restaurants, so carbon dioxide gas escape in the form of brisk efferences. So whatever the carbon dioxide is there, the preparation of carbon dioxide, this carbon dioxide gas are evolve brisk efferences. Brisk efference means rapid formation of carbon dioxide bubbles. Like students, the rapid formation of brisk efference means when you add the ENO, when you are feeling acidity, then what you have to do, you are using ENO. When ENO adding into the water, some bubbles are appears. Such bubbles we called as a brisk efferences. Right, that is rapid formation of carbon dioxide gas. So look at it, students, the step by step I will explain you. The first case I am using here the boiling tube treated with the rubber cork. This is a rubber cork. So this rubber cork in which inserted one long necked tube. Why we are adding long necked tube? Because the long necked tube through which adding the solutions Na2CO3 HCl, through which we are adding through this solution. Right, okay. And when we are adding the sodium carbonate in which we are adding the HCl, after that, look at here, students, the carbon dioxide bubbles are comes here. Carbon dioxide bubbles comes and they are enter into this the delivery tube. They are entering into this delivery tube, and through the delivery tube the carbon dioxide mixed with the lime water. The lime water is the colorless here. Right, lime water is the colorless. When carbon dioxide is mixed with this lime water, after mixing carbon dioxide and lime water, the lime water colorless turns into milky. Carbon dioxide lime water which are turns into milky. So this indicates that carbon dioxide dissolved in lime water. That's students. carbon dioxide dissolved in lime water, that's why it turns milky, right? So this, how this process we can be right, let's be explain students. 0.5 gram of sodium carbonate taken in a burning tube, boiling tube, and add 2 ml of hydrochloric acid to produce brisk appearances. Step 1, we are using the boiling tube. Yes students, boiling tube we are using. So in this boiling tube we are adding the sodium carbonate HCl. After adding this one, the carbon dioxide gas is produced here. Step 2, carbon dioxide gas bubbles pass through the lime water through a delivery tube. Through the delivery tubes we are adding carbon dioxide passing into the lime water. Colorless lime water turns into milky for some time after, for a while or for a hours, sorry, not for a 5 minutes 3 minutes purpose, it turns into milky. After some time again the solution is clear and some particles are settled down here. Some particles are settled down. Step 4, this show that the white precipitate, some particles settle down means white precipitate forms here. Calcium carbonates are dissolved in carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate dissolve on a carbon dioxide. So calcium hydroxide means lime water. The formula of lime water is CaOH whole twice. This is the lime water formula. React with carbon dioxide to form calcium carbonate and water. Look at your students, the reaction is balancing or not. 1 calcium. Oxygen, how many oxygen? 2 oxygens are here. 2 oxygens, 2 oxygen. 2 to 4 oxygens. 3 oxygens, 1 oxygen. Oxygen is 4. Oxygen is balance. Okay. Let's see carbon. Carbon is 1. Balance. Let's see hydrogen. Hydrogen 2. Balance. So this reaction is balanced students. I hope you understood this reaction. Tomorrow we will discuss the acid react with the metal hydrogen carbonate. Yes friends, till then, bye.